Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode. Today I'm gonna talk about the scams at Istanbul, and there are a lot. I got also involved in a couple different scams here, so I wanted to let you know what's gonna happen. If you're coming here for the first time at Istanbul, you should be aware about a couple of things before to arrive in this beautiful city, but unfortunately with a lot of scams. First of all, the biggest one is probably for me the taxi drivers, because I'm taking the taxi almost every day here, and if you don't speak Turkish, you're gonna struggle a lot with these guys, believe me. Basically, first of all, they don't speak in English. Secondly, when they're seeing you, especially if you're a foreigner, if you look like a foreigner like me, they will considering you as someone who have a big wallet and a lot of money on him, so they're gonna try to scam you a lot. Third, they are most of the time very angry and aggressive. I can understand that in a way, because if I was driving a car all day long at Istanbul, I would turn crazy like them actually. And fourth, you need to have internet on your phone, because sometimes some guys, some taxi drivers are very old and they are not into the high-tech and new technology things. So when you give, for example, an address to them, they are just lost. They don't know where you want to go. So you should type something on your phone and show to them the location, the GPS location. Just few of them, not all of them, but some of them are still from the Middle Age, let's say. The tip that I can give to you is to maybe use the Uber application, because it's the most stable one. You will not have any big problem with this application, because your course is registered on the application, so this taxi driver will not try to scam you with the money or with the distance and so on. Also, another tips, try as more as you can to don't catch any taxi from the street, because it's exactly in this kind of situation that they are trying to scam you with the money, with the taximeter. Probably they will tell you, most of the time the problem is they are telling you that the taximeter doesn't work. They are telling you basically like, no, problem, doesn't work. But it works, believe me, it always works. They're just pretending that it doesn't work, and after it, they're asking you a lot of money, like way more than what it was supposed to cost. So another tip that I can give is ask to the taxi driver to turn on the taximeter. I think this is the most important thing. Like this, he cannot scam you basically on the money. So if he doesn't want to turn on this taximeter, just leave the taxi anyway. Believe me, it's better like this. So for those who want to come to Istanbul, the biggest scam for me as far is the taxi, because 50% of the time you can be involved with a very shitty guy, unless you use Uber. With Uber it's more professional. And there is as well another application from Turkey that you can download on your phone. It's called B-Taxi. It's a Turkish application for the taxi courses. The second scam that I wanted to present you is the shoe shine box. And the shoe shine box, unfortunately, I got scammed once by this guy. He was carrying like a little bucket with a brush inside. When he's walking in front of you, he's carrying this shoe shine box with a brush inside. He's walking in front of you, is spotting you, and he drops the brush in front of you while you are walking on the street. So most of the time people are polite, so they will take the brush and try to give it back to this guy. And it's from that it's starting, you know. He will start to talk with you, he will start to be nice with you and ask you to sit somewhere and to brush your shoes. Most of the time they are insisting a lot. And unfortunately I got scammed by one of them once. I was all alone in the street and I saw this guy. He dropped the brush in front of me, and I was so naive. I didn't know this thing before. As an example, he asked me something like 30 or 50 Turkish lira maybe. And I remember, because my wallet was almost empty, I got my wallet to pay him. And I checked the paper money that I had in my wallet. I just had maybe 30 Turkish lira. So I gave to him this 30 Turkish lira, but he looked at me, he looked at my wallet and he said, more. I was like, what? Basically, this guy asked more money. I was so shocked to hear something like this, but anyway. And this thing, unfortunately, is very, very present in the city, especially, of course, in the touristic areas. So be careful about that, especially at Balat, maybe Balat, Taksim, Istiklal Street, Eminönü. I think these 4 areas are the most problematic in terms of scams, unfortunately, because they are the most touristical one. And the third scam that I wanted to talk about with you is, I don't know how to call this, but it's like you're walking in the street and there is one guy who's coming behind you, is hitting your shoulder. So he's starting to talk with you in Turkish most of the time. So because you are a foreigner, you reply like, I don't speak Turkish, and then he's starting to talk with you in English. And most of the time these guys are introduced themselves like some tourists from Turkey, and they want to have party or take good times with some foreigners who came in Istanbul for the first time. So basically they're inviting you. These kind of guys, they're inviting you to have a drink somewhere in a bar, in a cafe, or in a club, something like this. So they will ask you when you are there, they will ask you to spend a lot of money with them. And suddenly, when they're gonna find the good moment, they will ditch you. They will leave you in the club, they will run away, and it's you who's gonna have to pay an enormous bill, of course, at the end. So I had this experience once when I was at Istiklal Street, the most touristical street at Istanbul. There was one guy who came to me and he hit my shoulder and he started to talk. As I said, everything like what I said. I don't know, I felt the scam this time. I could feel it, like the way that he talked with me. I don't know, it was kind of obvious. He was too pushy directly, you know, with me. I felt like, and anyway, I had something to do. So that's why I said to him, no, go away, leave me alone. But it happened to me once, and be careful, because I heard this kind of stories with this kind of guys so many times, with so many tourists. And really, it's these things that's coming every time to my ears, unfortunately. So be careful. And I think basically you can meet these guys, you can cross them maybe, like as I said, like Istiklal Street, Taksim, where else? Eminönü and maybe Balat as well. I don't want, of course, to talk badly with this magnificent city and this beautiful country, but for a tourist who's coming for the first time at Istanbul, this person needs to know a couple of things before to arrive, because this is something else here, you know, you're coming for the first time and you don't have your layers, you can be lost, and someone is showing up in front of you and is asking you to have a drink. You can say yes or you can say no. If you are naive, you can say yes anyway. That's the tip that I can give to you, and I hope it's going to be useful. And that's it for today. For those who are wondering, where am I? Behind me, what is that? Like a pool, what is this? I will let you discover the previous video that I made. It's basically my home. I am at home now, and that's where I live, this big residence. So I let you discover the last video that I made about my apartment and my residence, and see you around, guys. Güle güle.